Before I start this video, here's a spoiler alert because obviously some things are going to be spoiled in this video. So yeah, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, so with that out the way, on to said video. Hi there, you guys. This is Dragon Ball and Cartoon Fan 2004 here. Happy Saturday. I'll be giving you guys yet another thoughts video today, this Saturday. And this will be another double feature thoughts video thing. In this thoughts video, I'll be sharing to you guys what my thoughts are on this Mr. Bean episode I saw today called Young Bean. And then after that, I'll talk to you guys about episode 469 of Naruto Shippuden, which is, of course, the Naruto episode Adult Swim will be airing tonight. And yeah, starting with the Mr. Bean episode. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, over a week ago, I tried out the Mr. Bean Christmas special off of YouTube. I originally thought that it was a cartoon episode, a Christmas episode of the Mr. Bean cartoon, a Christmas special for that show. But no, it's just a live action Mr. Bean special. I gave it a shot off of YouTube over a week ago, and I didn't think it was that great of a special. It definitely wasn't bad, though. I don't want to say it was bad. I mean, I was pretty, I was still entertained by it, I would say. There might have been a couple of pretty funny jokes in there, but yeah, it was just like a decent live-action Christmas special after all. Like, not bad, but I wouldn't say it's a Christmas classic that I plan on rewatching in future Christmas seasons. It was okay, like a 6 or 7 out of 10 type of Christmas special. Like a B tier, maybe like a high C tier. And yeah, then the next day, I saw all of the other reindeer, gave that a try off of YouTube. Really good movie. I made a community post talking about it. And then later, Mr. Bean Fan Disney 2005 saw that community post and recommended me to watch the Mr. Bean episode called Young Bean because, yeah, while it's not a Christmas episode, it still features some Christmas content in it. Like, not enough to actually make it a Christmas episode or Christmas special, but still, there's still some Christmas content in it. So, yeah, it shouldn't feel too weird watching it during the Christmas season. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, he requested me to watch the Mr. Bean episode, Young Bean, and I watched it today. And, yeah, I liked the episode. I did enjoy the episode. I'd say it was like a 7 out of 10 episode and like a B tier or A tier episode. I enjoyed it. There was some pretty funny jokes in there, like with Mr. Bean like wanting to get a piece of chocolate cake that's sitting in the kitchen, and him getting in trouble as he tries to get some cake that he wants. And yeah, there was also some cool stuff in this episode. Like, you get to see Mr. Bean's childhood in this episode. Like, you get to see it like this panda toy they used to not have broken. You get to see like get ripped. You get to see like get decapitated and stuff by these bully kids. And yeah, there another joke in the episode that I thought was pretty funny is, okay, so another thing you see with Mr. Bean's childhood in this episode is that you get to see him like fall in love with this light green car that we see in the episode. And yeah, there's one pretty funny. I think this is like the funniest joke in the episode where okay, so Mr. Bean's like outside, and there's this, if I remember correctly, there was this blonde girl with glasses. If I remember correctly, that's what she looked like. And yeah, we see Mr. Bean run towards her, and yeah, and this girl's ready for a kiss, and we're supposed to believe that Mr. Bean is gonna kiss this girl, but no. He just runs to the car, the light green car that's near her, because he's more interested in that than the girl that she was running near. And yeah, that like it upsets the girl. I thought that was a pretty funny scene. We're supposed to believe that Mr. Bean's in love with that girl, but no, he just wants the car. He's in love with the car. And yeah, you get to see more stuff about Mr. Bean's childhood. It doesn't really focus that much on the Christmas stuff until like late in this episode, where we see some Mr. Bean like opening his Christmas present and stuff. And yeah, there's another funny joke at the end of the episode with the chocolate cake. Yeah, overall, this was a pretty solid episode. Definitely better than the Mr. Bean Christmas special I watched over a week ago. I'd say it's like a B or A tier episode, and like a 7 out of 10 episode. It's still definitely not my favorite episode of Mr. Bean. No, I think to this day that medal would still go to the roommate episode I did a video on almost a year ago, because that's a really good episode. That's a really good episode where Mr. Bean's fed up with this roommate. Yeah, they go to this restaurant, and Mr. Bean tries so hard to get rid of this roommate. Yeah, it's a really funny episode. That's really good. I think to this day that would still be my favorite episode of the Mr. Bean cartoon. But this is still a good episode, though. Still a good episode. Okay, now let's move on to Naruto. All right, episode 469 of Naruto Shippuden. All right, before it comes on Adult Swim tonight. Okay, so if you guys haven't noticed, I haven't really been making any thoughts videos on Naruto Shippuden over the past month now. Yeah, you guys might have noticed that, like, earlier this year for a month, I was consistently doing thoughts videos on the Naruto Shippuden episodes Adult Swim's been airing, but then, like, after episode 464, I just kind of gave up on it. I just kind of dropped it, and yeah, not that these episodes were bad or anything like that. I just haven't really been interested into like doing videos sharing my thoughts on these episodes. Although I did make a community post last week sharing my thoughts, talking about episode 468, and that community post, which I plan on editing later today, talks about how I think the next episode 469 was going to be a canon episode, a canon episode that finally gets back to the fight Adult Swim's been on against Kaguya. And yeah, I was thinking it was going to be them finally going back to canon after over a month of all this filler with Hagoromo and his sons. But no, it's not a canon episode. It's yet another filler episode, but it's not the type of filler episode we've been getting lately from Adult Swim with Hagoromo or his sons, or even like Kaguya, even like Kaguya. No. This episode was yet another one of those Naruto Shippuden filler episodes that shows the Naruto characters in their Part 1 designs, and it has them reanimated into this Shippuden animation style, which I think is pretty cool to see, honestly. And yeah, this episode is a filler episode, like the majority of the Naruto episodes Adult Swim's been airing this year. And yeah, it's a filler episode, but I don't care. I still think this episode will end up being the funniest episode Adult Swim has aired this year of Naruto so far, like by far. Definitely one of the best. Not the best. I still think I'd rather watch episodes like episodes 446 and episode 451. Like, those are great episodes. They're about like Naruto versus Sasuke, and Sasuke being born and all that stuff. But this episode, when it comes to comedy, this episode's definitely the funniest because it's really funny seeing Team 7, Kiba, and all these other guys struggle to find out what Kakashi looks like without his mask. Like, what is Kakashi hiding behind that mask? So yeah, they go through all this stupid stuff. They do all the stupid stuff to find out like what Kakashi looks like without his mask. Like, they try to take pictures of what Kakashi looks like without his mask, and yeah, they try to take pictures, but as they look at the pictures, they notice that Kiba's dog Akamaru got in the way of Kakashi's face in those pictures, and they messed up all those pictures. They couldn't get a single good picture of Kakashi without his mask. And then they later have Shikamaru use his jutsu to control Kakashi and have him try to take his mask off. And yeah, as he takes his mask off, it's revealed that we have Rock Lee and Neji doing chasing and stuff, and it's revealed that Kakashi that was trying to take off his mask was just a shadow clone. Oh my gosh, it was just a shadow clone. Oh my gosh, this episode is so funny. This episode is really funny. It's so cool seeing Team 7 struggle to see what Kakashi looks like without his mask. And yeah, and I would probably say that I would definitely say that it's by far the best filler episode that Adult Swim's aired when it comes to these type of episodes that show the Naruto characters in their Part 1 designs. It's definitely better. I would say it's definitely better than any episode from that arc they aired earlier this year that shows the Part 1 Naruto characters in the forest, fighting the Akatsuki and stuff. Better than any episode from that arc. Even better than the one with Neji's dad. Better than any episode from that arc. Yeah, this episode is definitely, it's such a good episode. It's so funny. It's really comedic and yeah, nice. Although I will admit though that today definitely was not my first time watching this anything from this episode. I do remember seeing bits of the sub version of this episode off of YouTube over 4 years ago, and I do remember the reveal of this episode making it to #1 on Watch Mojo's top 10 greatest anime reveals video. But as for watching the whole episode, the whole episode itself, today was definitely my first time watching this whole episode, and it was totally worth the watch. I was pretty excited to watch this episode, thinking that it was a canon episode, but then I discovered it was a filler episode. I was like, oh, but I wasn't disappointed. This was a really good filler episode. Really funny. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would I rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10? Like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Definitely end up being one of the best episodes Adult Swim aired this year. I think I will probably make the top 5 Naruto episodes Adult Swim's aired in 2023. So yesterday or so, that video and text came out that randomly lists what are 5 of my favorite Naruto Shippuden episodes out of all the ones I watched at the hotels this year. And yeah, and I was thinking maybe for New Year's Eve this year, I might make a list, make a bigger version of the list, and I don't know, maybe do a list that randomly lists 10 of my favorite Naruto Shippuden episodes that Adult Swim's aired this entire year in 2023. Maybe include all the episodes that I included on that list that just came out recently, and then also other ones maybe some Kaguya fight episodes, and definitely this episode. This episode was so good, such a good episode. It seems like even Naruto people who hate Naruto filler can admit that this episode's totally worth watching, and it's something that you shouldn't skip because the reveal of Kakashi's mask and the comedy of how they try to see what Kakashi looks like without his mask, all that stuff is so cool and so interesting. To the point where chances are you don't even care that it's a filler. This episode was so good. I don't know what else there is to say, but it's such a great episode. It ended up being one of the best episodes that Adult Swim's aired this year of Naruto. And fortunately, this episode will be recorded off Adult Swim for our DVR on Sling tonight, and that will be really cool. That will be cool to rewatch this episode eventually. And yeah, with all this being said, that's it for this video, you guys. Those are my thoughts on the Young Bean episode of Mr. Bean and episode 469 of Naruto Shippuden. And if you guys couldn't tell, yeah, I definitely like the Naruto Shippuden episode better. Yeah, I definitely prefer Naruto over Mr. Bean, but Mr. Bean's really good too. Anyway, that's all for this video, you guys. Happy holidays, and yeah, bye. Thank you all for watching this video.